Previously on Two Past Midnight.
Think we're going to find an angry monk?
They seem very hospitable, but that's not what I'm here for. So I'm happy to have had a place to sleep, but I'm not moving in here with these guys. So
Up ahead, you can see the bridge that goes across the river on the main road.
Want to look at the bridge and see if there's a checkpoint.
You look around and it seems fucking quiet for it being a bridge. Like, you're kind of thinking there should have been a checkpoint here, but there's not. And as you start getting closer, you start noticing that there's landmines placed on the bridge. You guys ready to get started?
ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I guess no one's dying because we're not super giddy. So.
Yeah, you guys are all cautious. All right, so last we left you guys, you were coming up on the bridge, starting to head towards it, and up ahead on the bridge, Chris noticed that there were some mines on the bridge.
Chris didn't notice shit.
Yeah, he did. Chris Murphy noticed mines on the bridge. I knew what I was saying.
That's what happens when you name your character the same as your name.
So you noticed that there are some mines on the bridge. What is your plan?
He stops, or I guess. Do I notice it? I didn't notice it on the initial survey. It's as we get closer, right?
Right. Yeah. So, like, as you're coming up on the bridge, you're like, oh, shit, there's a mine there. There's a
He
mine
stops.
there.
He's like, whoa.
What you got, Merv?
Mines.
Where, on the bridge?
Mm-hmm. That makes me not just cautious about trying to go around the mines, which I don't think is a good idea, but what other surprises are there?
Right, if they're willing to lose the bridge.
Correct.
Well, mines don't necessarily take out an entire bridge, but they will ruin the top.
Right. It's definitely not their trade route for sure.
What I'm saying is, if mines could not be the only countermeasures that they have on this bridge.
I thought you said it was clear.
What other countermeasures would you expect? Lasers?
IED.
That's mines.
No, mine is a mine, and IED is...
We're splitting hairs here. They're both booby traps.
You can feel free to go walk across if you would like.
I mean, we can double back to the east. Yeah, we can double back to the east. That's the other bridge that's nearby to cross. But then that puts us in what the monk had already told us was hostile territory.
Didn't we go through a minefield to get into Krakow and we were fine?
We could find a way through these mines.
Correct. That's why I'm saying, be my guest.
If I must, then I must. I will take point. But going around seems like it would be much more hazardous than these mines.
Hold on. Adam, what is the... I don't remember being straight with you on that one. To find them.
Recon.
It is straight recon?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, either way we go, based off of...
It's an opposed roll based off of the person that hid them.
Okay, I was trying to remember from when we had the artillery and the mines and all that happy stuff.
Mm-hmm. It is an opposed roll based off of the person who hid them to spot them in the first place.
Well, you've already spotted them.
He spotted one. So there's an indication that there are mines. R-A-W.
I mean, we could still double back to the east and just still hug kind of close to Krakow and come back to the same road that we're headed to, just on the other side of the city. If that other bridge isn't booby-trapped.
I'm fine with crossing the bridge. I'll find what I can. If I go boom, just keep your distance behind me. By a lot. I'll try to... I gotta point out where they are.
Yeah, basically anybody behind the first person could follow in the path of the first person, is the way that that works. So as long as they noticed where all the mines were, then you'd be okay. Theoretically. And if you don't notice where all the mines are, then it's a D6 roll based off of the number of mines in each hex.
Yeah, because it's possibly I make it through and I miss a couple.
Yep. That you don't notice it and you happen to not set it off. Yeah.
Right.
Because you roll per hex, right?
Yep.
Going across the bridge.
Yep.
How big is this bridge? Like,
How many hexes do we have to get across?
10-meter hexes across this bridge?
2 seconds. Give me a second.
Because if it's like 40 meters, we could probably do that. But if it's like 300, fuck me. That's a lot of rolling.
I guess the other question would be is how big is the bridge? I don't mean length. I mean, like, is this something tanks can go over, or is this more like...
Yes, it's a road
small?
bridge.
Yeah, it looks like a highway bridge, honestly.
Sorry, I had yet to download this because I didn't actually think I was going to need this map yet, but I have a map from Serotonin Ronin that we're going to use for this.
What?
It's a bridge map that he sent us. Thank you, Serotonin Ronin, for this bridge map.
Thank you, sir.
So talk amongst yourselves while I pull up this map.
So we've got to cross a bridge, not die.
I'm trying to remember if you can get a bonus for recon to spot mines and whatnot.
If you have that combat engineer.
Which Murph does.
I mean from other people in your party.
Are they up there with you while you're going across?
I'm just wondering about the mechanics of it.
Yeah, they would have to be in the same hex with you, which means if they set it off, you do too.
Right.
Then you're not spread out and everyone doesn't get blown up at once kind of way.
10-meter kind of
right
spacing.
What is it? Is it just a tech roll to disarm a mine?
Kyle, Murph legit has combat engineer. Tech recon +1 when setting or avoiding mines or explosives.
But how difficult would it be to disarm them and like put them in your pocket?
The fucking goblin.
That's a tech roll to do that.
That is a tech roll.
I mean, we did it with a shape charge.
Uh-huh.
That's true. With a shit hot mechanic that had stupid high tech.
Which Murph does not.
And also a
have
death
any.
wish, anyway.
He did also have a death wish. Ellis has a B and a D for tech, but I don't think he's gonna do that.
Shit, there it is.
Also, he doesn't have tools, which is the other thing that helps that.
Is there anything I can use to mark their location?
That's exactly what you going first and them following you would be. So, yes. I mean, if you want to get into nitpicks of it, but it's not going to change the mechanics.
Okay. Like, I don't have a can of spray paint or a marker.
You just hit it with a stick as you're walking by.
The one right here.
It'd be 2 fingers on here and then a finger pointing down to the...
Well, Bruce will probably try to talk to the mine.
May I roll the persuasion roll?
Please don't blow up, Mr. Mine.
Is he stuck in an invisible box? No, mine, not mine.
Yeah. If I tell it a joke, will it not blow up?
Yes, that's exactly how this will work. Let me adjust the hex colors on this.
What'd you say about maps and dying, Brian? Is that
When he does maps, we die. So here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, we did get out of the Abbey, though, alive, so there is that. He made a liar out of us.
Yeah, you did, and nothing happened there. So
He did it on purpose.
Yeah, well, that's
See him take the card he had in his hand and set it off to the side.
no, the card was the guy in the village. Actually, that was what the card was.
The kid with the fishing gear?
No, the preacher.
Oh, yeah.
Or shepherd's flock guy.
There's still a chance that one of us gets blown up and we end up back at the Abbey.
I mean, there's basically never a 0 chance we're gonna get blown up. Like that's
right. But we're on a bridge right now, so if any of us get blown up, just roll over the side. And keep going.
Even if it's only a leg.
Don't carry me back to the Abbey. Just toss me.
We're just going forward.
Yep.
We'll just shoot them and move forward. Looks like you're getting a new character.
All right, so I'm going to move you guys over now to the map.
Here we go.
And here you go.
That is cool.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That is a railroad bridge.
Yeah, pretend it's not a railroad bridge and pretend it's a road bridge.
Okay.
Nope, I am unable to pretend outside of actual physical pictures. I mean,
You provided a map. That means we don't have to pretend anymore.
All right. Well, tell you what. Let me do this then. I'll also adjust it and make it a fucking road, since apparently I'm dealing with people with no imagination.
People?
yeah, we haven't had any imagination this whole time.
People
We've just been
or
dealing with
person?
actual fact.
There you go. Now it's a road bridge.
Oh, I love it.
Oh no, it's not pretty anymore.
Yep,
It's not
see?
pretty anymore. All right.
So what would you say? It's 8 hexes, the span?
Stand by me.
Yeah, right. There you go. There. Now it looks like a road bridge.
I feel like Serotonin Ronan's gonna be mad at you.
Yeah, it's 80 hex or 8 hexes across. So
Is that 8 checks?
Yes, it's 8 checks.
So we have to make 8 recon rolls to get across this thing.
Yep.
What do we have to roll to swim?
stamina.
Stamina.
I legit thought that already.
I put stamina rolls.
It depends on the water.
I am way better at stamina rolls.
But you don't have to be good at the recon roll. He does.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, how fast moving is the river?
But if he fails and I follow,
If and you follow, you still have a D6 chance of not hitting it.
Yep.
right.
So the odds are kind of on your side. Now, depending on the number of successes it's going to take to swim across this river.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean,
I'm not-
4 hexes, and I got an A and an A. I think
I'm not exactly the best swimmer.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to walk across the suicide bridge here.
Plus all your
You can
gear.
swim if you
You're also
want.
swimming with all your gear.
In other words, you're getting negatives.
yeah, encumbrance definitely plays a factor.
How much negatives do I get for my gear?
I don't know. Open up the hostile waters thing and start reading up on swimming. Mister, I'm going to swim across the bridge.
I just don't want to play Russian roulette with the mines across the bridge.
It's Polish roulette.
Like I said, open up the rules for hostile waters. Start reading up on swimming.
All right. Hold on.
Ellis will walk, whether or not he's following or finding his own mines.
Bruce is sitting down. I'm just sitting there, waiting for someone else to lead.
Murphy, what are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and find the mines.
Okay.
I tell Ellis, let me find him. I've done this before. Actually was my MOS at one time.
Jolly good. Well, I will be following Murph 10 meters behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 meters.
Okay.
There's a lot of rolling at him.
Well, I had to roll for each hex on how well they hid them.
Let me know when you want me to start rolling.
Go ahead. Tell me what it looks like as he's going across the bridge, Chris. Looking for mines.
Very slow, deliberate. I mean, literally step.
Mm-hmm.
Scanning in front of him, and then if and when he spots one,
Mm-hmm.
holds up his hand, points where it is, locates it. But he's nervous, but not.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I've done this before. If this is how it's going to go, fine. At least these guys won't get it. And I don't know. He's pretty after talking to the monk, he's pretty at peace with things.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, fuck it. But if I go boom, I go boom.
All right, roll me a recon roll for that first hex.
So this is going to be an A and an A because of the bonus.
Mm-hmm. Combat engineer.
Yes.
Jeremy had an inquisitive look
I
on
was
his face.
making faces like, what bonus? But, yeah.
Yep.
12 and a 6, so 3.
Get it.
You go that first 10 meters and do not see a mine in that hex. Roll me for the next one. So move forward 10 meters.
Hold on.
And what are the rest of you guys doing as he's going across marking? Are you guys following behind and walking where he's walking, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, so Edwards is. And Emmett is looking up. He's looking at the river, thinking about swimming across.
That's right.
Second one was a 7.
Okay.
7 and a 10, so 3 successes again.
You see a mine in this one.
Hold up. I got one right here. And so the plan is to relay it person to person to person, right?
Mm-hmm. And I will mark the hex now that you saw mine in. There you go.
Can he, I don't want to say dig it up or fuck with it, but based on his experience, can he at
Deactivate it with a tech roll?
No, it's not what I wanted to do.
Because tech is horrible.
Just make it obvious that's where it is, right? Like take his knife and kind of like
Put a big giant red X on it.
Yeah, the problem is they're generally designed that if you fuck around on and or around them, they go off, you know?
Yeah.
So you could put something near it to kind of mark it as like a piece of debris, a soda can, something from the fucking bridge, and just be like, boop, you know, here's a rock.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to fuck
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
But just like this is here.
Yep. So you tell me what you mark it with, something you found on the bridge.
Just a piece of road debris,
Okay.
right? And he relays back to Ellis, hey, I'm putting this here. Don't fucking step over there.
All right.
Don't step on the plastic bag.
Right. And you continue on through the hex. Roll me another recon roll for the next one.
That is a 6 and a 7. I roll a lot of 7s.
All right, so 2 successes. In that next hex, you do not see a mine. Roll me a d6, Chris.
4.
Okay. All right, so you move those 10 meters forward. Nothing's gone boom yet. Roll me another recon roll for the next hex ahead of you.
4 and a 7, so only 1. Another 7. Crazy.
Emmett, are you coming? Bruce says.
Edwards, roll me a D. Actually, not yet. We'll wait on that. Murphy, in that 10-meter hex ahead of you, you see another mine.
Okay, he's being very deliberate, so he will mark it in a similar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And relays back to Edwards. Hey, got another one here.
Yes, avoid the Coke can. Very well.
And I'll mark it on the map.
Hey, Emmett, you coming?
Emmett's still standing at the back of that bridge as you guys are halfway across, looking at the river, thinking about just swimming across.
It's not that far. I can probably make it.
Well, I mean, you have to realize Emmett has spent a lot of time of his life in the water surfing.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not opposed to just swimming this thing, and you move 1 hex per fast action, and mobility rolls can only increase the movement by 1 hex, no matter how many you roll. And carrying a backpack gives you a -2 on your mobility roll.
Yep.
So, Emmett not blowing up is definitely looking at what would this be? So it would be from here to there would be,
And then all of your shit will be wet.
oh yeah, but it would be in one piece,
Including your weapon, which I would call for a tech roll for
weapons maintenance. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Emmett, you coming?
Ellis, roll me a D6.
Yep. I got a 5.
Okay. Nothing has gone boom yet.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're heading into an area where he saw one. He's got it there with that bag over by it, so just FYI, don't go over there.
Bruce, don't dawdle now.
It's just making sure I didn't leave Emmett behind.
Murph, recon roll for the next 10 meters. You are literally halfway across this bridge.
So he's not even looking like off the sides or over the edge. He is just focusing on the path.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 and a 6. So
Okay.
2.
2 successes. You do not see a mine in the 10-meter hex ahead of you. Roll me a D6, Chris. For going into that hex.
3.
You walk into it, nothing goes boom.
Sorry, guys.
This reminds me of that Indiana Jones movie.
Bruce, roll me a D6.
5.
Okay, still nothing goes boom. Emmett, you're walking past and you see the spot where they marked it with the plastic bag. The first mine. Murphy, coming up on the next 10-meter hex. Roll me a recon roll.
2 and a 9.
You start looking at that hex ahead of you, and you start to walk forward, and all of a sudden, like about 3 feet in front of you as you're walking, you see a mine right in front of you.
Oh. That was almost a costly mistake.
Are we all right up there?
Almost stepped on one. They hid this one well.
Well, you're finding mines. That would be one way, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Thanks for the tip. So he looks around, and there's a like beat up used pack of cigarettes, and he picks it up, and there's none, obviously, but he's curious. Uses that to mark this one.
All right, so you mark that mine ahead of you, and go ahead and keep moving. Edwards, roll me a D6 again. Ellis and Emmett, roll me a D6.
I got a 2.
Okay. Emmett.
Emmett rolled a 3.
Nothing goes boom. You guys are moving across. Chris. Recon roll on the last hex of the bridge.
Of course. Hell yeah. 10 and a 6. So 3.
So you come up on this one and you see 2 different mines on this hex ahead of you.
I mean, that makes sense. It's the bridgehead, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 here. Be careful.
All right, so you mark them and continue through. Bruce, roll me a d6.
1.
All right, so Bruce and Emmett are going across. Tell me what that looks like.
I'm just scanning back and forth, looking, trying to follow in footsteps, but I start thinking, like I said, about Indiana Jones. So I'm just kind of lollygagging, bopping back and forth, and I kick a rock.
And nothing goes boom.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Bruce, man. Get your head in the game.
Now, this is not the what is it? The penitent man? Not that one.
Yeah,
but
it's that one.
the bridge.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the penitent man, like the Jehovah starts with an I more than the leap of faith, because that would
Right, but you should still watch where you're putting your feet. I guess that implies the Jehovah part. Yes.
And the rest of you, as you continue across and follow Murph's footprints, where he's been walking and where he's been marking the mines, you guys make it to the other side of the bridge. Unblown up.
Yay! Good job, Murph.
I'm taking a break.
There were a few times you just barely got the roll, by the way.
I'm sure.
That very first one, I got 2 successes on.
I do hate these. I really do. This is the mortar round stuff and all that again. It's the roll to not die scenarios that they just drive me absolutely crazy.
Yeah, as soon as I hit that 1, I wasn't sure what was going to happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't mean you're going to die. I mean, most of the mines are, what, like a D or a C? Well, unless it's a tank mine, which is an A.
But you could lose a leg.
Well, see, because technically by the rules, if he notices a mine in the hex, then you just follow where he walks and you're okay. That's why I had you guys rolling on the ones where he didn't notice a mine. Because just because he didn't notice it didn't mean there wasn't one there. And for tension and horror reasons, I decided to roll it even if there wasn't one.
See, I thought you were rolling my ability to walk around the mine that we knew was there.
Column A, column B.
Column A, column B, column keep you on your toes.
Right. And you guys make it across the bridge. What is your plan now?
Time of day are we?
This would be the end of the day shift. You'd be heading into the evening shift when you go across the bridge.
Yeah, Murph's taking a second to let his asshole unpucker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we want to make camp, or do we want to get a little farther away from civilization here?
Get further away from the bridge.
I agree with Mr. Murph.
Yeah,
I don't think we should camp near this
I got
bridge.
fishing equipment, and we got a river, so that was the only reason I asked.
It does take some time to fish, though.
I mean, like I said, we're headed into the evening shift, so you could make camp here, theoretically, and then continue on tomorrow, or, you know.
We could also go a hex west and get away from the bridgehead and fish.
Right, but then you're heading in. Then you're in the evening shift at that point, and that would use up your evening shift.
I don't know. I guess we could make camp and try to fish since we are by the river and we're about to leave it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But maybe we don't make camp right next to the bridge.
No, I mean in the hex.
Yeah.
Yes, but down the
I
river.
thought
a little ways.
mechanically we had to move a hex to not be at the bridgehead. You know what I mean?
No. Because it's still 10 kilometers, so you could move ways down
That's
away from
all-
the bridge.
that's
and-
all- I
Like 300
wanted.
yards
Yeah.
from the bridge or whatever.
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
want to do
yeah.
is not be fucking right there.
I guess that goes into
Yeah.
the survival / recon roll to make camp.
Precisely.
All right.
Are you guys gonna make camp in this hex then, or what? What are you doing?
Emmett, you're the best survival. But what's your recon?
Recon is C.
Murph, your recon's better, so you could make a better hidden camp if you can make camp.
Well, can't one do one and one do the other? That's how
Nope.
we.
The person that's
Nope.
making camp would be doing the recon roll to hide the camp.
Okay, I've
Yes.
got a B and a D for survival and a B and an A for, so I can do it.
Can I assist with both? Because I can't really fish.
Sure, that just means that's what you'll be doing this shift. So then,
Yes, sir. I understand. Ooh. I'll keep watch.
okay.
I'll take watch this shift because I can do that reasonably well.
Okay, so you're gonna be on watch.
I'll fish.
Kyle's gonna be fishing. Chris is gonna be making camp. And Emmett, what are you doing?
I guess Emmett will.
You can sleep while they're making camp, and then you could take over for watch while they're sleeping for the night
All right,
shift.
well, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
If Chris is going to be up making camp, then I will sleep.
Okay.
If I'm on watch, does that count as actively observing for the use of binoculars?
It's actively scouting, is what it is.
Sure.
You know, that's the weird thing, is because it's like the way it's worded is strange. Sure, why not? Yeah,
Okay. I
sure.
just for clarity.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between scouting and looking for mines. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I would
Sure.
not have counted the binoculars in that situation.
All right.
Or like
okay.
noticing somebody trying to pickpocket you. You know what I mean? That's why it's like you don't always get that +2 depending on the
Right,
situation.
right. For sure.
Or do you hear something, you know?
Okay, so with all the modifiers, that brings me to an A and an A. What are my negatives for terrain, lighting, etc. for keeping watch?
Let's see. So, I don't see any for the terrain, but for the light, you're at least going to take a -1 for dim light.
Okay, deal. All right.
Kyle, roll me a d6, actually. Sorry. For weather.
I rolled a 3.
So you're going to roll recon at -1. Chris, it's a survival roll, then a recon roll. Both of which are pushable. Not yours, Jeremy. His.
Jeremy,
Right,
go
right.
ahead.
Okay.
I mean, all of the rolls are going to have to happen, so.
Yeah, sure. I'll go
Regardless.
first. I got a 4 and a 9, so 1 success.
Okay.
Not great.
Chris?
7 and a 3, so 1 success. Fucking 7s.
All right. So 1 success on the survival roll. Now the recon roll for hiding the camp.
Well, 11 and a 1.
Okay. So 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's kind of creepy looking.
All right. Kyle. So now it's your fishing roll.
Which is
Survival, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
no pluses, no minuses.
I mean,
I
there's
didn't know
water,
fishing
so
gear got you a plus. Or
No.
I think it's
Fishing-
required 2 fish, unless you have a grenade.
Fishing gear gives you the opportunity to do it.
Yep.
So does grenades.
1 success.
All right.
Success means you gain a number of rations of domestic food equal to the number of successes you rolled once fish has been cleaned and cooked.
Yep. So you would get 1 daily ration worth of fish, which means Emmett could turn it into 2 if he cooks it.
Jesus?
Hey, it's if I aid in cooking it, and 2, it would be a lot more.
Oh, either aid or cook it yourself while you're on watch.
I mean, we got some water.
Everyone else is going to be sleeping, is what I'm saying. So, all right. So we see LT over there fishing, and he's catching some fish, and we see Chris hiding the camp. Tell me what that looks like. The hidden camp in this scenario, then, Chris, based upon the terrain that you're in. Kind of hilly, near the water, some trees.
So because it's hilly, basically at the I don't know what you want to call it, the dip or the base of one of the hill areas, basically between us and the bridge, he's keeping a hill between them, and then putting our camp at the base, and just like clearing away the area, and with the shit, whatever you want to call it, if there's brush, branches, any of that stuff, using that to try to cover the area a bit to block visibility.
Jeremy, so you're keeping watch, and I'm assuming you're probably watching the bridge and kind of the road that goes by as a predominant route of travel. You see going by at one point during the evening a group of 5 NATO soldiers headed east along the other side of the road.
He's going to let him go.
See if they go boom.
They're on the road, not on the bridge. They're going
Sorry.
east, not south. It seems like directionally they're headed towards Krakow.
He's kind of sitting behind a fallen log, and he's leaned up, and he's got his Uzi across his lap, and he's just watching them pass. And good luck to you, gents.
And they continue on. And we head into the night shift. What are you guys going to do?
Sleep.
All right, so Murph's going to sleep. Ellis is going to sleep.
Ellis is going to sleep.
I'm assuming LT is going to sleep, and Emmett starts waking up.
I would hand the fish to him and take watch.
You're going to take watch and not sleep?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because then we got morning next, right?
That means you would go a day without sleeping, unless we take an additional shift for you to sleep.
Which we're not going to do. Now I'll go to bed.
Okay. Emmett? Are you going to prepare the fish? Or be
Keep
on
watch.
Yeah.
I feel like narratively, you could keep an eye on the person in your party that you do not trust while you cook, but maybe not outside threats, as it were.
Right. Which is my bigger problem. I mean, ration-wise, we're not great, but we're not terrible either.
Also, this counts as a wild ration right now, so it doesn't need prepared for some time.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
Okay. It spoils after 1 week.
For real? Fresh cut fish.
Wait, hold on.
Like,
It says wild food, edible plants and roots that can be collected while foraging, spoils after 1 week each daily ration. I feel like it would go bad sooner with it being meat.
look, all I'm saying is fish and visitors,
Yeah,
3 days.
yeah.
That's...
I was just going by what it says here, and I think we'll go with... Yeah.
I mean, if it's a...
It's not. It can't be. It says plants, roots that can be collected while foraging. It specifies in wild food, not meat. So,
I mean,
Dried fish.
it's cool enough.
that would be preparing it, Kyle. That
No,
would
you
be
just
the
set it on a
survival
rock
rule.
by the fire, and then you go about your business.
Yeah, there you go.
Again,
that's
that's
cooking,
cooking
it.
it.
That you just described what cooking is.
No, I said set it on a rock by a fire to dry it out.
Yes, that's primitive cooking. Yes, that's.
Would it make life easier if Murph stays up and does one of those two things?
No, go to sleep.
Psycho being sleep deprived doesn't help anybody
Yeah, no doubt.
when he starts taking stress anyhow.
We don't need our highest recon spotting problems to be sleep deprived, because then your recon goes down.
Right.
So no.
You can eat raw fish. You just have to make a stamina roll to do so. Emmett.
Or be Japanese.
To resist food poisoning.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
So you can just eat the fish that he caught.
he's just gonna cook up. He's gonna have his own poke bowl.
Emmett's eating sushi while he's on watch.
The last time we thought I had food poisoning, we took a massive amount of artillery, so kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
All right, so what are you doing while they're sleeping?
Emmett's going to keep watch.
Okay. All right. So you keep watch while they're sleeping. Roll me a recon roll. At a negative...
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, actually, Kyle, roll me another d6 for the weather.
2.
Okay, at a -2. Brian.
Not good. Seeing a C just went to a D and a D. 5 and a 2.
All right, that roll is not pushable. Because it's a recon roll to notice shit. All right, so tell me what that looks like, Brian. You keeping watch while they're all sleeping.
I mean, just kind of where we're at. It's being kind of at the base. It's not really a good vantage point from where we're at, being up against the river. So there's not a whole lot to be seen.
It's cloudy night, too.
Yeah, so Emmett's just kind of trying to stay close to these guys and keep alert. He's kind of keeping an extra eye on Ellis, just to because he doesn't know him.
So we see Emmett keeping an eye on Ellis. He's just like kind of watching him. We would like zoom in on Ellis. And we would cut over to the road. And on the road we would see these boots walking off just on the side of the road. On the left-hand side. The north side of the road headed east again. And we see 4 soldiers heading along. Based upon their uniform, they appear to be French soldiers, actually. And for a minute, they kind of stop and look over to their right. And then they continue on. And they don't seem to have noticed your camp. But you also didn't notice them, so that was meta. And we see the sun come up. It is now morning of the 7th of June.
Survived another day.
Morning, gentlemen. Should we head on out? Or do we got anything else we got to do here?
Nope. Sun's up. Let's go.
Kyle, roll me a d6 for weather.
Another one. My third weather one.
It begins raining.
Delightful.
Wayne Data Fine, how do you do?
Yeah, you're used to this.
Well,
Doesn't it rain like every other day in London?
not quite like this.
Our visibility's worse, so is theirs. Whoever they are.
All right, so survival roll for navigation. I don't know where you guys are going yet, so...
North, I believe.
Okay.
This is the intent.
And then a recon roll. The recon roll is going to be at a -1.
Is the survival roll just flat?
Yep.
All right.
Do the binocs balance out that?
I mean, the binocs are +2. So
Oh, so 8 and an 8. 8 and a 6, 2 on the recon.
okay.
Got a 1 and a 1 on survival.
You can push. Oh no, you can't push that roll.
No,
Actually,
I can't without burning tokens.
all right. Roll me a d6, Brian.
That's fucking amazing.
That's a 1 again.
Okay. All right, so you can actually move 2 hexes, by the way. So, what is the next hex you're going to go to after this one for the shift of the morning?
I thought our travel speed was half because we started out in forest.
Technically, that one's is it forest or was it mountain or hills?
It's the same, and they're both half.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, okay, yeah. So then it's 1 hex. So, okay, go ahead.
Teacher, why didn't you give us a pop quiz?
All right, so you move 1 hex in what you presume is a northerly direction.
Yes. No, I mean it's hard to tell. I mean it's just pouring down rain. So
Yeah.
you know, and then trying to look at this map, we're just trying not to. Emma's trying not to ruin the map at this point with the rain pouring down.
Going up hills and down hills and through trees and yeah.
Yep.
And not having a navigational point of reference. Yeah.
Did we come across a big ass river? Perchance?
Nope, you did not. You did not come across a big ass river.
Or a bustling city?
Nope.
By
Nope,
chance?
did not come across a bustling city either. But it is now daytime. So roll me a survival roll, Brian.
8 and a 3. 1 success.
All right. You realize you're lost and you went further to the east or to the west than you meant to.
That's fine.
I'd say yeah, but probably when we came back across that main road again. It wasn't supposed to be the road.
No, you went like this way. You're not crossing the road, but I mean, unless you were headed south. So, but rules as written, you would have either gone the 1 hex to the left of where you wanted to go or the 1 hex to the right of where you wanted to go.
Right.
So, but that's where you are. And it is now afternoon and it is cloudy because it stops raining.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like I got us turned around here based off of this map. The rain's let up, and I can kind of see where we're get our bearings here.
Do you want to go directly north or start heading east already?
I mean, we were trying to go back east. I'd say we try and stay the course and get back on track.
Very well.
All right, so you're headed which direction? North, east,
Northeast.
or north?
Northeast.
Okay.
The hex we intended to go to in the first place.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Your survival roll and then a recon roll.
5 and a 3 for survival.
9.
You got a guy with 2 C's trying to roll your survival here, so
It's still the best chance we got.
12 and a 4 on recon, so 2 successes.
Okay.
Or actually, it was a 4 and a 12, but I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
5 and a 3. Can I push that then?
Wait, what was it?
5 and a 3. Push survival.
Yes. Yes, you can push it. Wait, did you get no successes?
I got no successes.
Oh, yeah, you can push it. Yeah.
All right, I will push it. That is a 7 and a 2.
All right.
So 1 success.
Yeah, so you're able to make it. As you're headed northeast, this dense fog rolls in, but it's just like fucking pea soup.
A bad day in San Francisco.
Yeah, I like foggy days,
Now, this is more like where I'm from.
and you can only see about 10 hexes. What would be 100 meters at most. So
Hey, I like traveling in this. It's much easier to be stealthy.
And that would be the daytime. So what is your plan? Because we'd be heading into evening.
Yeah, so if it's the day shift,
We spent 2 shifts traveling.
Mm-hmm.
We spent the morning and the day shift traveling.
Right.
If we travel one more shift,
That'll be the evening.
we have to start rolling stamina.
Yep, exactly.
So we can force march it if you want.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Let me begin to make camp. Is that right?
So you guys going to make camp?
Seems like the wise thing to do.
All right. So who's doing what?
Um,
The person making camp can cook the fish now, if you want to. Like that goes along with can be done with making camp.
So it's make camp, recon, and make the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cooking the fish is survival, right?
Yeah, that means you would be making a fire. Yeah.
Bruce has our lowest recon, so I don't know if he should be taking watch. So I mean, it's not your recon's not terrible, but it's not
Being a D.
best. Yeah.
So my survival.
I'll take second watch if y'all want to cook the fish and do all that stuff. Unless Emmett's not okay with that.
it would not be okay with that.
All right, then I'll take first watch. I'll take first watch then.
Well, the problem is for us to get the extra ration out of the fish, Emmett's going to have
Right.
to assist Murph,
Right.
and so we can't both be awake at the same time, or we just go ahead and take the one ration of fish as it is, instead of trying to double it into 2.
Or Bruce takes second watch.
Or Bruce sleeps now, and takes second watch.
I would not realize that's the option. I would have to be told that. Because the idea of not trusting him would never cross my mind.
Yeah, this is more of a meta conversation because I understand where Emmett's motives are, and I'm just pointing it out.
Emmett's sitting here trying to get the fox, the lettuce, and the hen across the river all at the same time.
I would be preparing to go scrounge.
Okay, so you're going to go scrounge food. Or
I mean, that's my idea.
Are you foraging or scrounging?
Oh, I meant forage.
Because they're different.
Yes. I mean, my heart wants to scrounge, but my head wants to forage.
Yeah, I don't think where you're at scrounging is an option,
would
so I
be,
think
yeah.
foraging is the one you could do. Okay.
So that is what I'm planning on doing unless told otherwise.
No, if you want to forage, go ahead and forage. Murph will be up to cook. Emmett will sleep then, and we will just take one ration of fish as the one ration of fish.
All right.
Chris.
Ref.
Go
ahead.
Well, because Chris is doing the making camp thing. We'll do that
Survival
first.
and then recon.
Yep. Survival, then recon.
So B and a D on survival. 6 and a 5, so 1 success.
For survival?
Yes.
And then recon.
12 and a 4 again.
There's a big part of me that wants Chris to fail the making camp roll.
All right, so that roll is pushable, the 12 and the 4, Chris, for the recon roll, for hiding it. Do you want to re-roll the 4?
Sure. 2.
All right, so
2 successes.
2 successes. Kyle, it is a +0 for your foraging, so go ahead and roll it.
That's survival, correct?
Yep.
What's a bullet? Is that a 6? Yep,
6.
that's a 6. 1 success.
Wait, is that all you have in survival? Is just a D6?
Yes. Oh,
That's amazing.
And your intelligence?
Sorry, that should have been a B. That should have been a D10.
Okay, so roll a D10.
7.
Okay, so 1 success. All right. So you're able to find 1 ration worth of what?
Wild radish.
Okay.
That'll go with the fish really well.
It is currently a domestic ration. Or I'm sorry, wild ration.
But this one we could justify it lasting close to a week before needing cooked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be a week. Yeah. And then, who was on watch?
Ellis,
Ellis? All right, Ellis, roll me a recon roll.
what are my negatives for fog and terrain?
-2.
-2 total?
Yeah.
All right. And that's also for nighttime?
Yep.
Okay. I got a 3 and a 3.
All right.
So I don't know. The fog is very thick.
How many successes
thick.
did you get again, Chris?
2 on the recon.
All right. So we see Ellis, and he's kind of keeping watch, and Murph is cooking the fish and making camp, and LT is off foraging for food, and we see about 10. And when I say we, and I mean that in the meta we, like the audience would see a group of like 10 civilians walking along towards the camp.